All right, guys, today we are working on the 1964 Corvette that you see behind me. What we're going to be doing now is actually installing some side pipes, making this girl sound a little tougher than what she sounds like now. All right, so it's a black on black 1964 Corvette, 327 4-speed car, and you can see it's got the rear exit exhaust. It sounds all right. But we want that rumble of the Corvette, so now we're going to go ahead and take this exhaust off and put a factory style side pipe on. The only problem is it's got a smaller collector size, so we're actually going to have to cut that off. Cut the portion off of this, because this is the larger size, and weld in this unit onto those mufflers there. So other than that, we should be good. Can't wait. So I'm going to start tearing this apart and getting that exhaust off. To tweak this. There you go.
Michael wants to cut it. I got no time for cutting.
What kind of movie guy are you? You blocking the camera?
Twist and pull, twist and pull. There we go. Twist and pull.
Done it or not?
Yeah. Oh, it's on. Jiggling.
There we go, that's part one.
Oh, there goes the frame paint.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Alright, so we got one side mocked up. This is after we cut the brackets off and sliced the front portion of that lower rocker trim fiberglass piece. Anyways, I still got to clean these up, obviously. This is the 64 frame, so with the 64 frame, there is no lower mounting hole. Other than that, I gotta, again, modify this so that I have the larger collector, because it's got a small one which is nowhere near fitting. Looking pretty sweet. Still gotta tip everything up because it's hitting the hoist right now, so it's not getting the correct angle fully. So this will be no gap here, and then this bracket we're gonna rivet and then put a hole up here to hold that in place. And then that's it.
How's it looking?
Hey, isn't that right? That's it?
That's it.
It's just that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that easy, guys. And then there's another piece of trim that goes up here and ends all the way here flat. I think they call it a spear trim. I don't know. New to me. The purest Corvette people are just crying inside. I think Dad shed a tear too.
Sure, just bag it. Bag it and tag
They're
it.
steel, so if you ever want to put them back on, just
Bag it
clean
and
them up
tag it.
and weld them back on, guys. No big deal.
Bag it and tag it.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so we got the side covers on with the exhaust pipe itself routed behind the cover and shimmed up in the place that we think it should be situated height-wise. And we got that all done. Now we've come to the front, and that's going to sit right about there. And we have, this is actually the passenger side or the right side pipe that was already on the car. We've cut it, and it has quite the nice bend, which situates it pretty close to where we need to go. I've cut this piece here, which is some other piece. I believe it's from Dad's Mach 1 kit. And it's got a slight bend to it, which fits perfectly in there. And then the other side also is situated, shimmed up, and in place. You can see the pipe here. So this is going to get cut right about here. And what we're going to be doing is utilizing the other pipe, which is not here, which would be the driver's side. And we're going to have to modify a few things to get the bend to come correctly and slide basically into this area here, because this is going to be situated like so. Okay, so that's going to be like that. Everything's going to get butt welded, TIG welded, and should be good, making some decent progress. So I'm going to take this pipe out and I'm going to weld this portion onto it. It's already marked. I've made my little line marks there, so everything's notched correctly in terms of angles. And once everything's fitted back up and in place looking good gap wise, then I'll take this part down and weld it to this whole section. Alright, so got all the pipes situated, just tacked up like I said. This one I used one of the 90s from Lyle's exhaust, and I used the donut up there and then like a little pie cut that I made. This is another like sleeve that already has a slight taper to it or slight bend, so just caught the portion of one of these 90s, and then it fit perfectly onto the exhaust, which is all routed nice, and good gaps along the frame rails on both sides. This one I'm going to tweak in because it's still got to get mounted. So the last thing to do is to weld it all up, and then right here I have to drill that slot, and then fire up time. Well, we ran out of argon, but good thing it's a nice sunny day, and I get to drive the Comet. Always a good excuse. Alright, we're back with a full bottle. Time to get back to work. Alright, so got the rear mount all in place, actually just test fitting it right now. We drilled the hole right here, and then it slots over here, so it's kind of like a old style keyhole. Anyways, fed the bolt through, all the rubbers, there's a lock washer in there, and then this bracket goes all the way to the outer trim so that it stays nice and solid. So everything's in place, and we'll probably have to take it down one more time just to figure out this mount right here to this piece here. But other than that, I'm going to drill the other side of the frame, slot it, and get that side mounted up. Alright, so we're on the driver's side now, and that's what I was talking about in terms of the keyhole. And basically that just slides along there, and then this gets centered in there. Obviously we need to put all the supporting hardware, which comes in a kit. I'm gonna get that on, and then I'll move on to the front, and then after that we'll be done. Can't wait to fire her up. There it is. All done. Everything's mounted. Everything's tight. I feel like it's Christmas time. Oh my God.
Cigar. We still got some things to put back together in here. Oh, you can't even see what I'm showing you. So the shifter's still all apart. There's the console. carbon buildup in the actual exhaust. So I'm sure it's going to take a little bit of time for that to burn out.
Big difference.
Yeah, it sounds way better.
Yeah, you remember how it sounds.
That's 2,000 RPM. Wait till we buzz her to 6.
She'll go.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Good work, Mike. 99.9% all in
Corvette all finished up. Side exhausts are all on. Car is lowered. We put the factory wheels, factory style Chevrolet wheels on it. Still got to get the center caps, but all in all, the car drives beautifully. Drives nice and straight. Sounds unbelievable. Night and day difference between the rear exit exhaust and the side exhaust. Makes the car. The trim paneling on the side, beautiful. Love that look. Just curious in terms of your personal preference, which do you like? Do you like the side exhaust visually? Do you like the side exhaust in terms of sound? Do you like the rear exit exhaust? Do you like the stock appearance of a 64 Corvette, which never came with side exhaust from the factory? That was a 65 and up option. Would you rather rear exit exhaust because you do prefer originality of the car, or do you not care and think that side exhausts are definitely the way to go? Spent some time spit polishing the paint, and looks that much better. So we're just I'm actually on my way to putting the car in storage, unfortunately, due to winter quickly approaching us. Not sure how the audio is going to be. I'm not running the microphone on right now because I'm actually running a little low on battery, so we got you plugged into the battery charger. So I rolled up the windows, power windows car, which is super nice, especially in a 64 model year. 4-speed, 327, 300 horse, black interior, black on black. I don't know what color you guys like, but as a Ford guy driving a Chevy car, Mr. Henry Ford says you can have any color as long as it's black. So black on a C2 Corvette, also a timeless look. And with the body lines of a hardtop car, I think it just brings it to that next level. For any of you that are wondering, I'm a 6'2", 6'3", and I still got a little headroom in here, being that there's not a lot of movement of the seat from forward to backwards because there is this rear panel here. I enjoy driving this car. It's quite enjoyable, and like I said, there's still a decent amount of headroom in here. The C3, slightly tighter, but still I fit in that car no problem. It's quite crazy in terms of the two model years, a C2 and a C3. So we have a 68 and a 73 C3. and this is a 64. And both of the C3s are convertible cars. This one's a hardtop. But in terms of drivability wise and cabin space, the C2 feels so much more open, and to be honest, it drives a whole lot better than the C3. I don't know if it's because the C3s are convertibles and they have that flexibility to them because there's no hardtop, but they just seem so bouncy and so jouncy compared to this car, whereas like this car just like literally drives so nice. And the room itself, the cabin space feels that much bigger. Again, I don't know if it's because the convertible top is kind of like right here, whereas this one's got the whole back cavity. I don't know what it is, but this car suits me in terms of size wise a little better. Just ergonomically wise, holding the steering wheel, putting your arm out the window, holding the shifter, everything position just feels that much better. But nothing against the C3. The C3 is a killer car with killer looks. I'm just telling you how I feel about the cars. Nice little car. It's not crazy horsepower wise, no 500, no 1,000 horsepower car, but I'm happy with the car. It's a good street driver. I do wish it had a 5th gear just for cruising a little more. It's not bad, but if I was to go on the highway and start doing like a 70 or whatever, 75 mile an hour range, you'd probably be plus 3,000 RPM wise. So anyways guys, like I said, car's going into storage. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you guys liked the sound of the Corvette after the side exhaust. Again, let me know what you thought, whether you prefer the rear exit exhaust or you like the side exit exhaust. Let me know. But anyways, thanks for watching guys. Hope to see you in the next episode.